Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League showcasing another very powerful team featuring Greninja. My super late but super necessary Greninja video is here. Had to just get Legend out of the way, and here we are. Greninja in the back. Umbreon here on the safe swap. The classic Poison Double Dark line. It makes perfect sense for Greninja in the back. So Umbreon is on the safe swap to draw out any Charmers so that Nidoqueen can come back in, delete that Charmer, setting up Greninja to perhaps sweep the endgame. That is what it does best. So we set it up for the most success with Nidoqueen and Umbreon. Greninja, 100% best suited for the Ultra League, but on the right team with the right strategy, it can put in work in the Great League. And here we go. Lantern. This is why I chose Nidoqueen over some probably better poison jabbers like Toxapex, perhaps Tentacruel, because it resists the fast move pressure coming from Lantern. And as we can see, we tank a Surf quite comfortably. Gonna bait, and this Mad Lad calls it. Holy smokes. And seeing that they had a fairy in the back is even more crazy that they chose to call that bait like an absolute savage. Holy smokes. But we are out of there and into Umbreon here. We draw out this Clefable. That is what Umbreon is on this team to do. Draw out those fairies. Gonna let all this go and preserve the shields for Greninja to do what it does best. And that is close the game. So gonna go for this last resort here. It will not quite KO, but I'm really hoping that it will be within foul play range. I know it's going to be super close, and I know my Umbreon is not very attack weighted, so it doesn't quite KO, and the Snarl does go through, but they trigger their move, which means that we go down. That's okay. What we're going to do, come in here with Greninja, get ahead on energy. We don't know what's lurking in the back. But they do come back in with the Lantern, so gonna just go for these Night Slashes. A boost would be quite clutch, I gotta admit, and we are grabbing shields. Oh, we get the boost, but to let you guys know, you're probably picking up on that we threw with bad timing. That was calculated. We threw on bad timing because we knew that they were one off from their Surf, and we wanted to catch that, but unfortunately, we did it on the boost, but that's okay. No big deal. We're just going to shield all of these resisted Surfs because Greninja is about as squishy as it gets in the Great League. It really does need shields to perform at its best. And they return the favor with a catch of their own, but you don't want to be catching these Night Slashes on a Pokemon like Trevenant, which is exactly what they do. I presume they're going to fully sack this Trev because we are way ahead on energy, going for Night Slash number 2, and we trigger the CMP event with Night Slash number 3. Oh, we're saying bye-bye to the Trev. Greninja popping off in the Great League, making it to another Night Slash. Holy smokes, yes, Lantern is tanky, but we're saying bye-bye as well. My goodness, Greninja! I'm telling you, on the right team with the right strat, it can take over a game. Good game, well played to them. Oh, I had a lot of fun with Greninja, especially if it gets that Night Slash boost. But speaking of Night Slash boost, we've got another Pokemon that can pull that off here in the form of Obstagoon here on the lead. Gonna let this go. Like I said, with this team, you definitely want to preserve the shields for Greninja if you can. And we're gonna go for the Earth Power. We're not playing around. We're not poison jabbing, farming down. We're doing big damage, and we're farming down with poison jabs before they can get off their second Night Slash, not having to give up a shield in the process. I wanted to play that as efficiently as possible. That's very important if you need to preserve shields. Got bait here. Grab an early shield advantage, and we are out of there into our own Umbreon. And another fairy in the back. Again, that is why Umbreon is on this team. Draw out those fairies. Going for the last resort. They let that go as they can tank it pretty comfortably, and going to fire off the foul play here and really put some heavy pressure on this Grand Ball. And they let that go. Perhaps should have built to the return, or last resort, excuse me. would have likely grabbed that final shield. But we throw Nidoqueen in here to absorb this damage. They wisely go for the close combat so that we get as little farm as possible. We were going to get one water shuriken. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. We were going to get one either way, and now it is us up a shield versus this Nidoqueen here. We shield all this up, and we get to the back-to-back, and we bring this home with Greninja. That's the play here. And we were just one water shuriken off from the back-to-back here. Going for Hydro Cannon number 1. They shield. They want to go down with a fight. And that is A-okay because it makes it that much more satisfying when we say bye-bye to the Nidoqueen, courtesy of Greninja yet again. Doing what it does best, that is close the game strong. Good game, well played. Greninja, much improved, courtesy of its recent community day in all leagues, Great League and Ultra League, both, particularly Ultra. But we had a Deoxys, we safe swap Umbreon to draw out that fairy yet again. A lot of fairies lurking around the Great League these days. We go for the last resort. They let that go, wanting to leave this matchup as low as possible. And predicting that they will shield this, we're just gonna no bubble that, and they do, as predicted. And guys, I gotta say, I smell a dirty, degenerate double charm line with this one. I just felt it in my bones, guys. So we're gonna play this very cautiously here. We're going to actually look to preserve Nidoqueen, if at all possible. Seeing them shield that further cemented my sneaking suspicions of a dirty double charm line. So, yeah, we're shielding all of these Psycho Boosts. Gonna let them just, if they want to go straight Psycho Boost, and they probably should, just have them debuff themselves to the max. We will now survive a fully debuffed Psycho Boost from this health range, no problem. And we're just gonna overload as much as we can, and then get this Deoxys out of here. And fully expecting another disgusting charmer lurking in the back. There it is. It is a dirty, degenerate double charm line. Gonna hit this thing with a super effective Poison Fang, doing half of its health. And we get one more super effective Poison Jab out of the way. And now it's time for Greninja to put a nail in this coffin. Holy smokes. Imagine running double charm and losing to double dark. Oh, and they force close the app. See you later. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Oh my goodness. How embarrassing. But good game, I guess. Good game, well played nonetheless. Oh, Greninja's a fun time, I gotta say. This thing very much improved. And here we go, knocked out a lead. So we can do okay. What we're gonna try and do is fake a Stone Edge here. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Nidoqueen could be running it in the Great League, and they call it successfully. Yeah, I think that would have been just about lights out if we were running Stone Edge, but we're not. We do tank the Sky Attack. We don't want to really shield Nidoqueen. Like I said, the shields, it's pretty strict, guys. You gotta save those for Greninja. So we grab one from them. That's the point of Nidoqueen. Grab shields or win lead for Greninja, to set up Greninja to have the best endgame possible. They're staying in a little bit. They bank a little bit of energy. Actually, they bank a Sky Attack and dip into a Lantern after chipping us with a Sky Attack. And we're just going to look to play this out, go for the foul plays. And I do plan on going for a last resort as well. I do believe you do need to land one last resort, preferably two, I would say, and that actually might be the play. Go double last resort and then foul play to really cement this matchup here, but we go double foul play and last resort, and as you can see here, that's definitely not going to get the job done. And they will fire off a move here. Should be the Thunderbolt if they want a clean KO, or they're going to risk losing the alignment here. And they do go for the Thunderbolt. So now we come in with Greninja and put all the hope and faith. Get a head on energy with a couple of resisted water shurikens. And they bring back in the owl. That means there is not a Medi in the back. I was thinking to myself at the time, if there's a Medi in the back, it's over. But it's a Swampert, which means that we should be doing pretty good here. Up energy and on even shields here. So firing off the Hydro Cannon, that is what you want to be doing on Swampert. They do survive one. They will not survive a second move from Greninja. We fail the catch. And now we have to make a call here. I'm going to call that they're going to go right for it, knowing that we need to call a bait successfully. And we did call that Earthquake correctly, and they do top left. Oh, that one, I think we made that a little bit more difficult than it needed to be, but got it done in the end. Good game, well played to them. Oh, I think Greninja is actually one of the better dark types to pair with something like a Nidoqueen. And here we go. Powder Snow A9. Oh my goodness, it had to be Powder Snow. So predicting that they are going to want to get off Pressure Shield early before we can get off that Poison Fang. We do catch that successfully on Umbreon. And Umbreon can actually do quite all right up against Powder Snow A9. They set up a catch of their own onto a Medicham, and this is okay. We have to land a last resort on Medicham anyways. And this is a very beefy Medi that didn't do nearly as much as I would have liked to have seen. And now we are going to go for a foul play on the Medicham here. It looks like they're going for a very aggressive farm down here, so I think we should have gone for the last resort, but I'm sure they're going to shield this either way, and they do. So I think, yeah, we tried to catch. They were not going to look to throw a move. We were going to make it to a foul play, so I thought for sure they were going to have to throw a move, an Ice Punch. So we tried catching that on Nidoqueen, knowing that we would survive it, but they just kept on farming, and we did pressure that final shield, and now they will look to combo play. So knowing that this A9 is running Powder Snow, it's actually not too bad for Greninja, guys. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to save the final shield for Greninja and throw it in here. This is just a Powder Snow. They are loaded, but there's no way they're trying to get that final shield. They kind of have to. And we do have to shield the second resisted Weather Ball here. And we do. And just going to look to get rid of the A9 with a resisted Night Slash. We hit like a truck. And we do get that boost chance. No boost, but we say bye-bye to the A9 nonetheless. And now this is getting a little sweaty. Shields are down, but they've got a Steel type coming in the form of G-Fisk in the back. That is a very good thing for Greninja to see as we do a big damage on that G-Fisk with a super effective Hydro Cannon. This is just an Ice Punch that will not KO. And we do have to get rid of this Medicham. We cannot tank any counter damage from Medicham. And we do say bye-bye to the Medi. And now we have to catch a Rock Slide, but they held on to the energy. I think they lost track because you guys are going to see here a fully charged Rock Slide should KO, but they no-bubbled it because they knew that they needed energy, and that just did. I think they lost track of the energy. Didn't realize that we had triggered a CMP tie, and it kind of backfired on them, unfortunately. But good game, well played. Oh, Greninja's a lot of fun. It takes a little bit of experience if you're inexperienced with running 3-turn fast moves to get the timing just right. But yeah, a little bit of practice. You too can have some fun with Greninja. But we had a Tapu Fini. They tried to catch a Poison Fang on a Reggie. Not gonna happen. You're catching some super effective damage for your troubles, Mr. Reggie. And we throw Umbreon in here to absorb this damage. Got out of that unscathed. That worked out just about as well as you could hope. So now we're just going to overload here, take advantage of the fact that Reggie takes forever to get to its charge moves, and say bye-bye to the Reggie with a foul play. And they do bring back in the Tapu Fini. It is loaded, has tons of energy, and we're going to fire off the last resort on the Fairy type. Tapu Fini doesn't quite KO, and I don't imagine they will allow us to get off another move here. They are going to throw, and as bulky as we are, a Surf will be enough to take us out here. And we can come back in with our Nidoqueen, and oh, they've got a Sand Slash in the back. So Tapu Fini double steal, very interesting line here in the Great League. We elect to shield this to throw this Poison Fang to get a shield back from them, but also to apply a debuff here in the process. And we do get that shield, as they had to shield. No shielding a Earth Power when you've got 2 shields does not feel good at all. And we will shield up their Drill Run, as we are about as squishy as it gets. And now all we need to do is get to the back-to-back throw here. Gonna bait with the Night Slash, because in the back of their mind, they're debuffed, they have to shield, and now we throw the second one on CMP. Oh my goodness, winning almost every CMP is so nice. We're saying bye-bye to the A-Slash, and they need a Moonblast. They're just not going to make it in time. Holy smokes, Greninja popping off yet again in the Great League. We say bye-bye to the Feeny, courtesy of a resisted Night Slash from Greninja. Oh, you love to see it. That's going to be yet another good game well played. Oh, I put out the poll on YouTube asking which league you wanted to see Greninja in most, and you guys spoke. You wanted the Great League Greninja content, and here we are. Medicham on Nidoqueen, tried to catch an Ice Punch unsuccessfully on Umbreon, but the beauty of safe swapping Umbreon onto a Medi lead is they are very much incentivized to stay in here. So we got tons of precious Poison Jab damage in on this Medicham, which will make this matchup a lot more comfortable for Umbreon. Unless Medicham is running Power Up Punch or Dynamic Punch, it's actually a very solid matchup for Umbreon. That is just how powerful and how tanky it is in the Great League here. We go for the Last Resort because you do need to land a Last Resort in this matchup, and we pressure a shield with a foul play. Holy smokes. Umbreon putting in the work. We're not shielding anything from this Medi. Umbreon did the job, got the Medi low, grabbed a shield. Not much more we could ask for there. So we did bank energy, and we're going to make them make a very tough decision. Do you go down on shields or go down with energy? They go down with energy, and they had a Sableye lurking in the back. That's very good for Greninja here. And they're staying in on this very bad matchup, especially with shields down. Gonna take advantage of that. Go right for this Hydro Cannon, and they let it go. Oh, that's a tough choice. And they top left. Boy, I wonder what they had in the back. I bet Charizard. If I had to bet money, I would say Charizard. And if that was the case, Greninja was gonna pop off again. Good game, well played. Oh, from the looks of it, Greninja was going to have a fun time with that last one. But here we go. We're not having fun with a lead like this. This is not a good lead. G-Fisk here. But what we can do is make them make the first shielding choice here. This doesn't quite KO, but it does a ton of super effective damage. They do choose to shield. And we're going to take that shield advantage and pivot into Umbreon, drawing out a Medicham. And it's running Power Up Punch. So... oh, bad goes to worse here. This is awful. So we're going to try and make the best of this here and go double Last Resort. That's going to give us the best chance to get an advantage here in this situation. Go double Last Resort on a Pup Medi, and then go for the foul play, because if they choose to farm down, you will make it to that foul play and likely force the final shield, which is exactly what they have done. They're getting super greedy here. Definitely need to throw 2 pups to take out Umbreon without having to give up any shields. So now we are in a tough spot. Yes, we have the shield advantage, but this Medicham is absolutely loaded to the moon. Gonna shield this, and they pup bait us. That is awful. There is no reason to bait there. The reason why is because they would outpace to a second Psychic quite easily. And now we just panic and throw Greninja in, knowing that the Stunfisk has an Earthquake, predicting a combo play, and yeah, this is not gonna happen. Oh my goodness, they just had the perfect team for hours, and as we all know, that is just the nature of Go Battle League. You cannot win them all. It is not possible. And yeah, this is not trending in the right direction. We don't even get to see the third. My goodness. G-Fisk lead, Pup Medi in the back. That spells out disaster for this Poison Double Dark line. Good game, well played to them. Oh, the RPS phenomenon struck really hard in that last one, but here we go. Nidoqueen Mirror, not something you see these days in the Great League, and they safe swap an Umbreon, so looking like a very similar team. Very interesting here. Gonna let this go. Just a foul play. And we are gonna go for the massive earth power to get a significant health advantage for Greninja here. Don't imagine they let that go. They don't. And we do have the significant health advantage for Greninja. So gonna throw this on the CMP tie. I know we hit hard, but I don't think this will quite KO. It does not. They hang on with a few HP. Umbreon. Oh, that bulk can be very annoying if it's on the other end of the field. And we're just going to water Shuriken down and have some energy here. It's not a mirror team. They've got a Dugong in the back. Their water type of choice, much bulkier than ours by a country mile, I would say. And we're going to fire off a Night Slash here. A boost would be really nice in this situation. And I don't know if they're going to want to try a ridiculous farm down. They do not. They throw the Nidoqueen in. We can't quite get off the move, even after we got the boost. That was very annoying. So now I'm really calculating what I want to do here. Throw Umbreon in and absorb damage here for sure. Nothing one-shots Umbreon in this scenario here. We soak that, absorb it quite comfortably. Going to fire off a foul play here and try and grab some shields from this trainer. We do grab the shield, and now we're going to pivot back into our own Nidoqueen. Not wanting Umbreon to get too low, as that Dugong does have quite a bit of energy stored. Gonna shield up the earth power. That's a very good shield there, and gonna fire back with an earth power of our own. Arguably, maybe should be baiting here, as Nidoqueen is the Pokemon remaining on their team that's gonna output the most damage. And they do aggressively pivot back into that Dugong. Throwing energy, we elect to expend the last shield. Umbreon, one Pokemon in the Great League that certainly does not need shields to perform at its best. So we just wanted to get off that debuff, get that damage off as well, and now the play is to farm this Dugong down with that debuff applied with Snarl, which is a lofty expectation, but Umbreon is up to the task. We farm this thing down to Funky Town, leave with a move to hit that Nidoqueen. We've been we were really trying to get this one done. Doesn't quite KO, but they are not at an earth power. And a Poison Fang will not do the trick for them, unfortunately, and they go down to the Snarl. Holy smokes. That one was a back and forth battle, but we got it done in the end. Our Poison Dark Water line did reign supreme in the end. And that is the team, my friends. Wanted to get some Greninja content out before it was too late. It's a little late, but not all that late. I know you guys have been asking for some Greninja content here from this channel, and here we are. We do have some more coming while we still have the Ultra League, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, this was a very fun Greninja line. Definitely would recommend. Guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.